This week on the Unqualified Gamers Podcast, the boys talk about Bam Margera being in Tony Hawk and The Walking Dead is coming to Dead by Daylight.
Episode 127, ladies and gentlemen, 127.
I feel like this was the week that I should have changed the number.
You should have, because I looked.
I know.
Oh, dude, that would
have been the best
I had
week
no
ever.
idea.
Would have been today.
You know,
I had no idea
actually,
what it was.
I thought he was going to say episode 67 for a second, because so just so everyone knows, the way that we do the podcast is we actually have like this list. Kai puts it together every week out of the goodness of his heart and
I'm a kind person.
The hopes that he can retire on this at some point.
Yeah.
But he puts together this list, right? And it is phenomenal how he just gets very small things that, you know, most of us have heard about, not CC, because he works way too much and knows nothing about what's going on in the world. But he puts together this list, right? And the very top thing right now, and I, want to give the respects and the 2 seconds of silence, because I'm not going to give a full minute to someone that, Michael Madsen passed away at 67. So R.I.P. Vos of Tony in GTA 3.
Oh, no!
See, like I said, he has no idea what goes on in the world.
No
until
idea.
We tell him every week. Everything is always a surprise to him.
Yeah. Unless it comes across my TikTok feed. Hey. Even that, I haven't been on it. But yeah, R.I.P.
Reservoir
Tony.
Dogs and Kill Bill 2. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I should say
like
Kill
I
Bill
said.
also, not 2, but.
Reservoir Dogs is one of my all-time favorites. So.
Yeah. But apparently he did pass away on the 4th from cardiac arrest. I will say, from just dealing with people and all these, cardiac arrest normally means that they don't know what happened. His heart just stopped.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's still going to be some kind of report later on. If there is, we'll update you guys.
That'll be if the family.
More than likely, there won't be a more public report than that. But yeah,
another sad thing. We're starting off the podcast on a sad note this week. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but Ozzy Osbourne had his last concert.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I
Ozzy has
Ozzy.
been having his last concert for
this
30 freaking years.
This is for sure his last one. It was awesome. The fact that the dude can barely speak, yet can still sing like that.
It's been his whole life. What do you mean?
I know, but so I saw him. I went to Ozfest in 99, 2000, 2001, and. He could sing so great back then, but I watched most of the performance. Dude still has such an amazing voice, one of a kind. Love Ozzy.
It was Post Malone, right, that did the song with Ozzy recently, within the past couple of years.
Probably, yeah.
And it was one of those things where people are commenting because they have no idea who Ozzy is, because Ozzy hasn't really done anything in 20 years.
If you don't know who Ozzy is, I don't even know if I want to be friends with you.
No, I'm not saying I don't, but.
Right. Yeah.
Legitimately, if you're if one of your kids ever brings a friend over, ask them if they know who Ozzy is, and I almost guarantee they don't unless they've heard the Post Malone thing.
I can almost guarantee my kids don't even know who Ozzy is.
They're not going to be coming into my house if they don't know who Ozzy is.
And that's fine. So, but there was this huge thing when that was happening, because it was happening all over the place. There was another one where Missy Elliott was what was it on a I think she's part of the Super Bowl show or something. And they're just like, oh my God, it's so great that I forget what the artist is giving this up and coming Missy Elliott her spotlight. It was the same thing like Post Malone with Ozzy. It's like, it's so great that he's giving back to the elderly community. And I'm just like, I think you understand how.
If Ozzy's not in your top 5 of all time, then as a rock fan, you got a problem.
Well, the problem is kids these days don't have to. When we were growing up, it was the radio. That was pretty much it. You didn't get to skip songs or ads. You just skip through channels, obviously. Yeah. And if you wanted to listen to music, you either had the radio or CDs or albums or something like that, right? So you couldn't skip through a lot of that. And if your parents were driving, they were just putting the tape in and flipping it around, and you listen to those artists. You didn't really have a choice. Right. Now they have, Apple Music, Spotify, stuff like that. They can listen to whatever they want.
If you have Spotify, make sure you subscribe to the Unqualified Gamers Podcast. Yeah, there you go.
Growing and showing. Yeah.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah, maybe expand your music horizons a little bit too, Yeah,
I actually, speaking of music horizons and all that other stuff, you know that people can catch us every week Monday morning.
They
What?
can
I'm just saying that
every week.
Because
every
we sing
week.
such a great tune in the gaming community.
All right,
We do.
you're
We do.
Oh, okay. Is that a little bit?
Listen,
yeah.
listen.
That's a little
Let's
too
let's not be too humble. We are the #1 video game podcast in the world.
much.
Okay.
Okay, so I didn't believe it until CC sent me some MS Paint that said
Yeah.
#1 podcast award, and I mean I have to believe it. He
Hey, man.
showed me photographs.
If it's on MS Paint, it has to be true. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen videos, and that's the only way to know facts is MS
Yeah,
Paint.
Oh,
it's-
by the way, for like the younger generation, older generation,
And it's in our
whatever,
bio too.
Going back to the whole Aussie thing, he's best known for just biting the head off of a bat live on stage.
No,
Let's
yeah.
be honest. Like
Yeah.
that's what he did. That and,
Or pissing on the Alamo and getting banned from Texas for a long.
okay, there was that.
Didn't he bite the head off of Little
Pigeon?
Nicky's brother? Right.
Yes, he did. You did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean,
And Little Nicky, yeah, he did.
yeah, it's kind of a savior too. Do they know Adam Sandler? Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, and also with
I love Ozzy, man.
last little thing about Ozzy as far as like a thing of information. Did you know he had 3 kids? So
Nope.
there was that
I thought
TV
you
show
said
like
two.
Meet
The
the
Osbournes.
Osbournes or whatever it was,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right. The 3rd kid wanted nothing to do with the show, and so you'll see like random things of them like walking out of it, but the
Right.
whole thing of them about them like videoing in the house and doing all that stuff is that she was not in any of it.
That's crazy. I didn't know he had 3 kids.
Yeah, so
I'm just a huge Ozzy fan. Always have been. I got to see Black Sabbath in
please,
2000.
huge Aussie fan. Don't even know how many kids he has. Yeah, I'm gatekeeping now. Punishment.
Okay,
Amy, Kelly,
Alexa,
and Jack.
stop.
How about that?
See?
Alexa's telling me about Black
See?
Sabbath.
I got this. But yeah, see, if you're a real fan, name every single album that he's ever done and the release date with
It's
the
a
people
lot.
that did the mixing. Ready, set, go.
You're
You're not a real fan. Let's
can
Name,
just
name
tell-
every producer right now.
My favorite song is "Bark at the Moon." Okay, and that's my favorite song. "Mama, I'm Coming Home's great. Iron Man's great. Crazy Train's great. Like, there's so many great songs, but "Bark at the Moon's always been my favorite. So,
Did you prefer Ozzy when he was band or when he was single? Like, what was your?
okay, with Black Sabbath, way
Mhm.
awesome. I think that I probably prefer a lot of songs like post
Mhm.
Black Sabbath, but I also don't hate on like Ronnie James Dio when he went over and sang with Black Sabbath. I love Dio too, but like you can't replace Ozzy Osbourne. You just
All
can't do it.
So that leads me to another question because I've been seeing a bunch of things. It's touring in my coming through the tours coming through my area. Linkin Park, right, with their new female vocalist, it's coming through and it's doing its thing.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the band keeping the name and everything else when like such a huge part changes?
So in most
before you keep going, because the thing I want you to compare it to is Sublime. Okay.
Mhm.
Because now they're still touring, but it's Sublime with Rome. Like they made it a completely different thing because it is a new singer, it is a new sound.
Okay, so what happened to the original singer from Sublime?
He died in like 94.
Like, how did he pass?
I'm gonna guess OD. I can look it up if you want.
All right, no. Okay. So, okay,
Now
so
I'm going to. I
I've
have
never
to.
been a huge Sublime fan. I enjoyed their music when I was in high school. I think it's completely different, like different circumstance for every band, everything like that. Like Linkin Park was one of my all-time favorite bands. I loved Linkin Park, and like losing Chester sucked, but I think that like she does a really good job. I think she does a great job. I'm totally okay with it. I hope that like his family is getting some monetary gain from it, which I'm sure they probably are. But as long as that's happening, I'm totally cool with it.
By the way, to answer your question, an H overdose in 1999.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
sorry,
it
1996.
sucks.
1996.
It sucks, right? But like, I'm totally cool with it as long as like they're taking care of the family still, because in my opinion, they own his spot in the band. So,
100%. But the reason I bring that thing up as like a segue to one another is that Ozzy. Let's be honest, Ozzy was Black Sabbath. And like the lead singer for most bands, I mean, can you name all members of Linkin Park?
No, but
and that's my point. You just said you're like a
Yeah.
huge Linkin Park fan. It's what you listen to.
but like a lot of people can name a lot of members of Black Sabbath.
No, and I get that, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about like on the normal thing. Chester is like
right.
He was the face of it.
You're right, but like they all sing songs, like or multiple people sing songs in Linkin Park. Again, another thing, if they want to do it and they're legally allowed to do it, then they should do it and not care what anybody thinks. But like if you don't like it, then don't go watch it. Don't go listen to it. They're not trying to replace anyone. It's just they want to continue. Like who wouldn't want to continue playing those songs? Like that. Is there a bad Linkin Park song? Like I couldn't even tell you. Like you put their CD and you listen to the whole CD and enjoy every song. Maybe they're not all hits, like monster hits, but they're all good songs. Like
what was it?
They have a ton of great songs. So
their first remix album, there was a couple on there
Hybrid?
that weren't. No, not Hybrid
was
Theory.
amazing. It was like
Hybrid
one
Theory
of the
was
best
great.
albums
No,
of all
it was the
time.
one. It was the one right after that. It was something remix, and it was all of their like Hybrid Theory songs and whatever, but it was redone.
I like them all remixed too. So yeah, I mean, I like again, like I'm so for like free speech and
hey, if you like it, you listen to it. If you don't, you don't have to.
Right.
You don't have to put your money out there. Go get tickets and go listen to it if you don't want to.
All right. Well, we can put the music part of the podcast behind us.
Can we? Do we have any other music thing to talk about?
I don't know.
See, you didn't even read the list. Come on.
No, I haven't read the list. No, I don't like to. I like to be like surprised by it. Like that like Bam Margera is a secret player in Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 when it's remade.
Okay, I am going to give you credit for that segue. That is probably the best one you've ever done, and only took 127 episodes.
Everyone I do is amazing. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's really cool to me because I don't think Bam was in. I don't think he was in a Tony Hawk game until like Underground.
I don't think so.
I know. Yeah, he was in. I think he was. I'm 99% sure he was in like Underground or one of the maybe American Wasteland, but I know he was in one. But he's a secret character that you can download.
Unlock.
And I need unlock. Unlock. I need to actually probably snag that game today because that's one of my all-time childhood favorite games. Yes, I played it 1 and 2 game. A lot when they remade it. So
when I played the game, the main cheat, if only cheat I used on that was perfect balance, because trying to do some sort of grind or something while you're like trying to like,
that's like the worst cheat to use, dude.
That's the best one. What do you mean?
No. Between that and anti-gravity, and you just
you can't fall.
Yeah, you just sail off the map, and you just do every trick under the sun.
I used to literally
screw it up on the last one.
Was it like you get a minute or 2 minutes? I would like literally like practice getting ready for that last second to start my grind and do a manual, and do a grind, and do a manual, and like try to go for as long as I could after the round ended. Fun fact.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to do that too.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna have his special move, the whirly bird, which I guess the last time he did, he was like 17, and he started working with his wife because his wife's a chiropractor, I believe, or a physical therapist.
Yeah, they said the alcohol almost destroyed his legs. So
almost took him. Yeah,
I see stuff from Bam all the time on TikTok, and I'm glad that he's clean and sober. Like my first ever tattoo, like I love Bam. Like I grew up watching CKY and Jackass and Viva La Bam and Bam's Unholy Union, and absolutely love Bam. I just hope I hope he stays on this path and stays clean and lives a good life, because it's just rough watching him there for a couple of years, man. Just really rough.
Well, I mean, he did lose his best friend, so I understand the pain and stuff like that. And it kind of sucks that they kept him out of the last Jackass, but I mean, there's I'm sure more behind the story that
they
bits and pieces of.
So. He was out of control.
Yeah, so
I don't blame him.
I think again it led him to this more clean path, and I mean it got him in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. So I mean that's always good.
I hope he reconciles with those guys, and if they do another Jackass, I hope he's involved.
Yeah, no, I agree.
really do.
Yeah, I mean, it would be, he'd have to be I don't think he'd be doing stunts anymore, obviously, but a stand-in to kind of get the stunts done or come up with the ideas would be great.
Chase him with a snake. That's always.
Are we
that's
really
hilarious.
still hoping for more Jackass movies to come out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, dude.
Have you seen how jacked up Steve-O is in all of his like?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
At all?
I love it.
He actually had, when he was doing tour, he was showing videos that weren't released on MTV. Apparently, he was making people throw up, and I thought it was hilarious.
Dude, I love Steve-O. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But the last one was really good. Yeah,
I guess one of his like worst injuries ever is something that didn't even make it onto the show.
I'm sure
several to, like do a fire himself off a rocket into a lake, and he suffered like 3rd-degree burns and a bunch of other stuff. And
that was Knoxville, I believe. But yeah,
well, Knoxville had one. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Knoxville had the one that shot out the side and almost hit his leg or
killed
something.
him. Yeah.
But with us being on Stars, do you guys know who Keith David is?
No.
Nope.
So you will know him. You just don't know you know him. He actually just got the Hollywood Walk of Fame star for himself. But he voiced in multiple games. One you would know would be Halo, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Mass Effect.
There is only one voice in Halo that I care about.
Jeff Sticer.
That's it. That is it.
You know, the sergeant that was like working with Master Chief the whole time.
Yeah.
He was the voice of him. And then he played in a lot of movies like Caroline, Riddick, The Platoon. He actually had over 400 roles in the last 50 years. So you may not know him, but
you know him.
You
Yeah.
know him. You know him. You just don't. Sure. You're going to go look him up. You're going to go find his voice. You're going to see something he voiced and be like, okay, I know this guy 100%. But he finally got his star, which is, I think, great, especially since a lot of his roles weren't necessarily always like, front-facing roles of, the lead on a movie or something like that. It's nice to see someone who got recognized for his voice in a lot of games and other movies and stuff.
69 years old. Wow. Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
All right.
Doing good stuff.
All right.
I like that.
YouTube has changed its monetization, or it's going to be changing. But by the time this is out, it'll be changed. They're changing their monetization policies.
Mm-hmm.
So as of July 15th, creators will now have to produce original content with real voices. So like no AI or anything like that. Videos relying on AI or reused content. Low effort compilations will not be eligible.
Do you know what this is screaming right now?
What?
Sniper Wolf.
Ethan.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about, CC.
Yeah, you're big into that.
It's just the thing that's been going on with what he did with like the Hassan Nuke and everything else, going after these content creators for basically taking his stuff. So long story short, there's this dude, he's been making content for decades. Do we say decades?
Long time. H3 podcast was Best Friends podcast. He had that before. I mean, he's been around a long time.
All right. But anyway, so he decided that he was kind of tired of people just playing his stuff because he's like on some like hit list right now for people to not watch him, to not monetize him. They're just trying to like take him down. And so Reddit put out this entire list of people that you could watch to see his content without actually supporting him. And he just, it is just going scorched earth on some of these people right now. So he copyrighted the entire thing with the US government before he released it. And he did this thing. He's going after 3 people in particular. I'm not going to name names on that whole thing.
Pause for a second. Basically, what people are doing is they are streaming his content so that you watch them and he doesn't get credit for it.
Correct.
Yeah. Correct. Specifically saying, watch me so that he doesn't get credit and he doesn't get monetization or anything. There were 3 people in particular that like really met the criteria for a lawsuit from him. And like one of them just sat there and I think she took like 42 bong rips.
Jeez, oh Pete.
While she's watching, and at one point even says, I don't know what's going on anymore. And the whole thing is supposed to be a reaction video because that's how they're getting away with the Free Use Act, is that it's a reaction video.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not reacting, or you're doing the chair stream or the chair react, where you're like,
another sidebar, Ethan Klein was a huge reason that fair use is a thing.
yes,
He fought very hard for the Fair Use Act so that you could like watch other people's content on stream.
Will reactions now be not monetized? Would be my guess.
I would guess
so
that's
here's the thing.
probably probably
less.
not.
That's kind of where I'm going with this whole thing. So I think it's YouTube trying to like cover their ass for this whole Ethan thing, because they weren't doing original content. They were doing a chair stream where they would like just get up for 20 minutes while his stuff was playing and the chair was there. They're no longer reacting or anything.
Well, and I also think part of it is like they're probably tired of paying people that are making compilations of content that's not theirs.
Mm-hmm.
They're tired of paying all these people.
Well, that and people who
like you can't scroll through TikTok or scroll through YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels without seeing 50% of it is stuff that somebody else is posting of somebody else's.
Or
you know what I mean?
Or it's a story from Reddit or like an old radio show or something like that that's just been either added or be AI'd over just like they AI a video of Minecraft runs. They just do Minecraft, and they don't have to pay anybody. They just go into AI, go into ChatGPT, have them create a Minecraft run through, and then put the script on the thing, and they upload it, and they make.
They're probably tired of paying, like I'm saying, but they're probably tired of paying those people.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
users of Reddit, what is the worst boss you've ever had? And then, But anyway, but Ethan's going after these people because, and the big reason he's doing it, the way he says he's doing it, is that he is worried that someone bigger like Disney or Place or Sony or something like that is going to come in and destroy the Free Use Act, because there are people like this that are just sitting there. One of them was so blatant that at the end of the recordings even said, "Hey, if you like my content and don't want to support him, drop a sub here." And it's like, you're literally taking money away from this person just to be vindictive or whatever it is. And the whole thing has to do with him having a whole big falling out with Hassan Piker. And they used to be homies, and now I guess they're not. Whatever.
Yes.
So
I never knew that they were friends, but yeah.
They used to do stuff, and then, like I said, they had a slight falling out, and it's the point now where
everybody that has dealt with Ethan Klein has a falling out with him. He's kind of like me. Like everybody like loves him and then hates him.
I'm pretty sure Hassan is the same way. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, everybody that, like he hates everybody.
Oh, speaking of Hassan, oh my God, did you see what he did with his whole? So I don't want to get too much into Hassan because he is
Hassan.
Hassan is a political commentator. All right. And I'm not trying to get into a bunch of things with him or all that stuff because of what he covers. But what he did recently has also put YouTube in a lot of hot water, and Twitch, actually. He had a weapon out on stream as he was making threatening gestures and statements while doxing a person. And there was another person that...
It sounds like a call to action, which is illegal.
Correct. But
yeah,
Twitch didn't take it down because it's their political views kind of align, being Twitch and him. Sure. It was just really bad because there are other people that got like a several week or months suspension for even having like an airsoft with like the orange tip and everything. Hassan walks back, grabs a weapon, no orange tip or anything, chambers it, like throws a slide back and everything, and then sits there gesturing with it in his hand while doxing a person live on stream, and nothing happened to him. So legal mindset went in. It's like, hey, these are all the things that could happen, and the first thing that Hassan is like, no, he's a fake lawyer. And, he's just going off on how he's a fake lawyer. There was a second React video where he's like, all right, Hassan, I am not a fake lawyer. Actually, I'm an attorney in Florida. Now that you know that, if you ever say anything like this again, that's a very public knowledge, that could be considered slander and defamation. And so he's just like, so.
I mean, anyway. It's America. You can sue somebody for anything. I could sue you right now if I wanted to. I'm sure I could find something.
Yeah, for wearing a green shirt.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, Call of Duty. Yeah.
Call of Duty. Special props.
Jesus Christ.
But no, just going into that whole thing with like the YouTube content creators and all of that crap, Pirate Software is just taking it on the chin hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our video blew up talking about him a couple weeks ago, and there's not a lot of Pirate Software fans in our comment section.
I don't think there's a lot
Like
of Pirate Software fans anywhere. I mean,
that's
See,
crazy.
there
even
was.
Notch
I
came
like the
after him.
guy.
The creator of
I like
Minecraft
Pirate
came after him.
Software. Okay, before we get to that, can you guys explain to me this what is going on with him? Like what's the thing that he's against?
Stop killing games.
Stop Killing Games is an online petition.
Yeah, to
that
pretty much make it to where they. So obviously, a lot of gaming companies. It's funny because what is it?
I heard the one that gets brought up constantly is the game The Crew.
Yes.
That they shut down the servers for it,
Yes.
and if you own the game or you own a copy of it, it is completely unplayable.
Correct.
Other games I know of like that are SOCOM is like that. There's a few other games I guess that are completely unplayable.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy, and so this petition is so that they have to run servers for this forever, or
No.
what?
So
Okay,
the whole thing
explain.
is that they just want to make sure that there is something in place when the game sunsets, when the developer is finally done supporting the game, running its servers and everything else, that there is something there, whether it is a single player experience, whether they just kind of release the code so that you can run private servers, just something there so that is, not just saying, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home and leaving everyone else on the field just to, sit on their thumbs at that point.
I guess I can support that because you paid money for the
Software,
game. Yeah.
He ended up taking this thing to like a really weird place where he's like, well, all these multiplayer games, these studios are going to have to spend, hundreds of millions of dollars to make it all single player content, and they're going to change it. And the guy that's, I forget the guy that's running the Stop Killing Games. Missa will probably fix it because I'm guessing this will be a short. But he's just like, no, that's not what this is about. It's about just having something in place. You don't have to turn World of Warcraft into a single player experience, but when you're done giving the people that have spent thousands of dollars and 20 years or whatever it is, when Blizzard is done with it, let other people pick up that torch, let other people take that reign and still continue to put that game, or at least make it a playable part.
So basically what they want is they want it to like become like open source after they shut it down.
That's one of the things. Or if the developer themselves wants to make it a single player experience, because there are a lot of games right now that are single player.
I don't see a problem with that. Like if you let's say whoever made the Crew, the game The Crew, like why is it such a big deal to just let the internet have it if you're done working on it and making money off of it anyway, right? I guess. I mean,
no, absolutely. And one of the bigger things that's being hit by this is games like Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. You can go in and play these games like as a single player. Like Diablo 3 launched as like.
There's tons of games that you can go do that. Yeah.
Right. But you have to be on the internet in order to play. You have to log into Blizzard and Battle.net in order to play it on their servers. Like everything that's happened, that
I don't have
is
a
on
problem
their
with
servers.
that. Is that a problem
when they shut the server down, how are you supposed to play a game that's a single player game?
Well, but maybe they'll create something, or they'll give it to the ethos. I mean, I don't see them.
But that's the problem is they're literally not doing any of that. They're not probably going to create. They're not doing anything. They literally shut everything down, and nothing is playable after that.
So you think that like Diablo 3, when they move on from that, they're just going to shut it down. It's going to be not playable anymore.
Yes. That's the whole thing that Stop Killing Games is all about. So like Diablo 1 and 2, you could play it offline. If you wanted to play with friends, of course you had to play online on Battle.net servers. Fine. Diablo 3, you are on Battle.net servers even if you're playing by yourself. There is no client side thing at all. And they say that it's to prevent cheating and whatever. If you want to cheat in a single player game, like I love using God codes in like Halo,
all right. But I would guess that it's probably that way to keep from piracy as well, right?
But what is it? A game you've shut down, a game you've completely shut down. What does it matter?
No, I agree with you. But playing devil's advocate here, okay?
You're not selling the game anymore.
I created Diablo 3, okay?
Cool.
And I
purchased Diablo 3.
Yeah. I created Diablo 3, and one of the things that I've done to make it so that you can't pirate it is I made you be connected to my servers to play it.
Cool. 100%. Cool.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Now let's say that you're done.
I'm
you
done.
no longer need the. You don't want the game. You've
up
got
on
rid of the
shelf, You're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
What
Now
does
I
it matter
can't-
after that? If I
what
what
is-
do
listen,
I want to play the game?
At that point, they should make it so that you could play it.
That's what we're
offline.
saying.
That's what
Right?
we're saying.
No, yeah,
That's what we're saying.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. I would hope that they would, but I'm just saying, like when they made the game, it could have been gone that way for a piracy thing or
Perfectly fine.
Something.
That doesn't that's not a problem. Nobody from Stop Killing Games is saying that that's a problem.
So what games are they really mad at right now? Because obviously you can still play Diablo 3.
It's not.
It's not the.
Or
games
it's a future thing that they're trying to prevent.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's
See,
I mean,
I
the
told you,
cruise.
I know
The cruise an
nothing
example.
about this. Yeah, that's a great example.
So
along
I mean,
with SOCOM.
The problem is right now, especially with these current games, especially being digital downloads. Again, they're talking about how you're buying a game, but you're not getting a game. You're getting no physical copy. You're now purchasing a lease, right? They're trying to make it to where when you buy the game, you buy a game. And then that way, when they shut down the servers or whatever, you're not just sitting there SOL and now having to force yourself to buy another game to continue to, like, if I bought a game, say I buy a game like 3 weeks before they shut down the servers, I've bought that game, I don't get really anything out of it, and then now they've shut down the servers, I can't do anything with it.
So we need to this needs to be like a legislation issue. Okay?
Legislative,
They need to bring this up and be like, hey, you are 100%.
That's what this petition's for.
Okay, yeah, great. Then so what they need to be like, okay, well then if you shut off this, then it needs to be open source, right?
Well, no, it's not just that. It's the whole thing is that there is nothing in place for what's called sunsetting a game. When the game is done, a lot of developers aren't doing anything when that game sunsets. So a good example of that would be something like the original PlanetSide. PlanetSide, they dropped a meteor over like whatever it was, killed all of the players that were on the server, and then they started up PlanetSide 2. Kind of like a whole revamp of the thing.
Okay.
But at least it was something to go to.
Uh-huh.
You can't do that with a lot of these other games, or they're not doing it with a lot of these other games.
Well, but what I'm saying is, like, would a happy medium be that hey, we are no longer going to do anything with this game. Somebody else can if they want, but we're not going to do anything with it.
Here's the thing: if they
leave it open source,
that's what we're going for.
They basically want it to be something of a functioning game. So let's take Fortnite for instance. All right, let's say that Epic shut down the Fortnite servers. Okay. But let's say you could, in theory, still log in on your Fortnite character and go run around and do whatever. Technically, that would still meet all of the requirements for the game because you are still playing the game. Now, the fact that you can't connect to other people, not really on them because they're not going to always have a place for it, but you should be able to host your private matches like you would, whether it's on the server or whatever, kind of like old Minecraft servers, how you have your own server.
Well, Fortnite's a bad example of this because you have to have a creator code to host private lobbies. But I get what you're saying.
Well, if they got rid of that if they got rid of the game, what do you need a?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing, I wouldn't think it would be that hard to make it so that you could, play the game offline. I mean, it shouldn't be. It would you would have to host it on your own computer. So
the idea that you have right now is the exact reason why Pirate Software is being attacked.
Okay.
Because he was
so let's move on to that. Okay.
So his whole thing is that, again, they would have to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to make a single player experience for these mass games.
Okay.
So he kept using World of Warcraft as an example. When they go to shut down World of Warcraft, do the devs have to rebalance everything around each of the characters in order to make it a single player experience? That is not what Stop Killing Games wants to do. Mm-mm. They just want to have something in place so that people can still play that game. If you're not going to be running the servers anymore, let other people run the servers. If you're not going to, that's it.
This will never affect me because I don't play old games. This will never affect me in any way, shape, or form. But that's okay. Yeah.
Well, I imagine it like this. Imagine Halo 2. Obviously, we loved Halo 2. We did LAN parties, all that good stuff. Yep. Imagine it was now, right? You have that game back then, but like in now times, right? Mm-hmm. The new Halo 2 in a sense.
Yeah.
You want to play the game, but they shut down the servers. They're launching Halo 3. You can no longer play Halo 2, even on a LAN party, anything. You don't have the way to access Halo 2 at all to play it.
The single player campaign, nothing.
Yeah. You don't have a way to play any of it.
Right.
Imagine that happening
I'm the wrong.
But now
guy.
you're trying to
It's
stop
like,
that from doing it.
The minute Halo 3 came out, I never played Halo 2 again. So
I've played some
Kai, we're talking to a brick wall. Like he wants.
Yeah, I just
answers,
don't play. Yeah,
I don't mind if they do it because I just go for the new game anyways.
I'm just saying I'm the wrong guy because I'll play the next game. Like I don't go back and play the old game.
Well, the problem with a lot of people, like, we know you play the same 3 games, right? A new Call of Duty comes out, you're playing that Call of Duty. Fortnite has an update, you're playing a Fortnite. They do a reset in Tarkov, you're playing Tarkov.
That,
one of those 3
things. Back to Blackout. Is he giving up Warzone?
He might go to Blackout. I mean, he talked about separating them, but now they're just going to make it happen anyways. But
I was the one that brought the whole thing up about making them
separate. Right. Well, you talked about making them separate. He was saying he would play them like separate if they were different. He would not do Blackout, but he would do Warzone, and then just that he would be fine with them being separate.
I don't really play Warzone or Fortnite anymore.
You were playing it like 3 nights ago with Reap.
I did get on and play but that's the first time
you've been playing Tarkov.
Yeah, I've been playing Tarkov.
That's one of the 3 that I said.
No, hold on. Wait. Aren't you supposed to be playing your NCAA, like the thing that you're trying to get like the world to join your league or whatever? Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't we hearing more about it? Tell us. Punishment. Have you already won the NCAA tournament, like the championship?
No, I'm like midway through the season in my first dynasty. Okay. But I messed up and I did coach instead of player. But we need to get more people around to sign up and play an actual season. Mm-hmm. So if you're interested in that, send us an email, message us or DM us on Instagram.
Yeah,
not us, just him.
Not
us.
Yeah. The Unqualified Gamers account. Message that account, and I will get back to you because we're trying to find people to play, and there was a few people in the comments a few weeks ago that were interested. So message me in there. I'll get you set up. I need to get Ray involved, and we need to get Kai needs to get a PS5.
Yeah, that's still in progress, I think. But
I got my PS5, and I was very, very good at UFC 3. I think was the last one I played. I am so bad at UFC 5, but I am enjoying NCAA. I am enjoying that a lot.
Do you guys get punched in the head so much that you don't know how to count? You go from 3 to 5. Where's 4?
I never played 4. I never played it. It came with my PS5, so that's the only reason I have 5.
Since CC's all about the newest and greatest things, I guarantee you he owns a Switch too, right?
No, I don't.
What?
No, Red has like 7 of them, I think, though.
That's true. Yeah, Red has them.
I could call him and get. He could be like with his Roll Tide.
Well, hopefully he doesn't buy any used games. I'll tell you that.
And that's one of the things that I was saying is that when you start bringing in these older things, these used games or whatever it is, when you're using your equipment the way that you want to use it, why are you getting bricked? So I really hope the Brazilian government goes after them and they end up winning that lawsuit. We talked about it last week. We won't go into that one
I think it's pretty wild. I mean, but they're telling you, so don't break your system, dumbass. You know.
Well, I mean, but to get a used game from somebody shouldn't.
Yeah, explain that. So that if you put let's say I borrow a game from you, that can break my system.
Can.
Yeah.
How? Some people have been I can tell you why they're doing it.
I don't
Maybe
know.
because the code is linked to that specific Switch or something. I don't know. I don't know how it's working or why. But what's happening is people are putting in purchased games, even though it's a used game. They
Hold on. They do not have the right to purchase that game. They are leasing it. It is piracy. It is theft.
Nintendo's wild.
We didn't even go
place.
over that whole thing. That what Notch said.
Yeah. What did Notch say?
That if buying a game is not a purchase, then pirating is not theft. That is nuts to come from Notch.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Yeah, I forgot I read that. That was what got me into the whole Pirate Software thing, plus the nonstop my phone going off of comments every 10 minutes from people hating Pirate Software.
Anyway, he did call he called Pirate Software a nipple baby too. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's going back to the Pirate Software thing. Basically, he had one bad. He's had a lot of bad takes lately, but he had one take that was bad enough that he's going after the people that are supporting him. Basically, if you don't like what he says, he just attacks you. If you have a disagreement with it, he is just attacking you at this point. And so there are people, I think one of them is called Code Jesus, was going in. You know how Pirate Software always has his whatever gaming code he's working on? And to be very blatant about Pirate Software, he is not a programmer. He is not a game developer. Yes, he has done those things, but he is a hacker. That is what he is. Everything else he does is half-ass at best. And so this guy is going through being like, you don't need this. This is, you don't need these things, and like ripping apart his code. And then Pirate Software doubles down on how his shit's just amazing and how it's not wrong and whatever. It's basically normal Pirate Software thing of I'm never wrong.
I've always liked Pirate Software.
What was it he said? He said, it's not called doubling down if you're right. Just because someone says you're wrong doesn't mean you are. So he's not even... It's weird because it works for both ways. He's saying he's not wrong because he's right just because someone else said he was wrong. But at the same time, he's wrong about something, but saying that he's telling people that they're wrong. Maybe they're not just because you're saying it, Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of works both ways. It's weird.
Yeah.
But no, this is the downfall of Pirate Software. Like the dude had everything going for him. Like he had the internet divided when they were calling him a roach back with that whole OnlyFans thing.
Yeah.
And they were divided, but he had this gigantic following and this gigantic, all of the love in the world. And I think what it is that no one really looked at who he was, just kind of the content he was putting out. And the longer people are watching him, the more they're just like, he's just kind of a dick.
Well, I mean, you also have to realize that, like, the dude kind of came out of nowhere. And he wasn't super famous, and he became like super famous, like basically overnight. And like, that's a lot to deal with as a person. And when you're, not used to dealing with people like that, I mean, there was he had a lot of weird takes, and like people always agreed with him and always agreed with him. He got used to that. And now he's like, I don't know. He's probably changed quite a bit. I don't know. I don't know the guy personally.
So you think
but I've watched him for a long time.
Narcissism grew?
Yeah, I think it probably grew. Like, I'm sure maybe it was always there, but I mean, when you become that famous, you can become that famous that quick. You're like, oh, well, they're going to side with me no matter what. I mean, I think that probably has a lot to do with it.
I think it's something a lot like how the his voice changer or not. I don't think it's a fake thing. I think it's.
I don't think it's either. A lot of people in our comments say it's fake as shit.
So here's the thing, guys. I just want everyone in here that's listening to this to know that the same dude that's talking right now also does our intro. And so he wakes up in the morning and he's like, on this episode of the Unqualified Gamers Podcast, the boys talk about Pirate Software, YouTube changing their ways, and Walking Dead by Daylight.
Okay. So
episode 127. I just did your whole intro for you, CC.
How I do it is I literally grab my microphone and I have it on this monitor and I read it like this. Okay, right now I'm talking like a normal person, but when I'm doing it, I'm like, on this week on the Unqualified Gamers Podcast, Notch replies to Pirate Software post. That's how I do it. It's right there. I don't change my voice on purpose.
You deepen it a little bit. You deepen it.
I'm telling you, it's just how it goes.
If you go listen to the intro, go listen to the past. Maybe not this intro because he's going to purposely just this week on the Unqualified Gamers Podcast.
I'm going to sound like Pirate Software in this one, guys. Don't worry.
I dare you. You're going to sound like every other episode then when you intro it.
Yeah, you are.
Because you normally go like this week.
I did your intro for you, CC. Don't worry. But anyway, what I was talking about, Walking Dead meets Dead by Daylight.
Yes.
I have no idea what this is. What is this, Mr.
Well, do you know what the game Dead by Daylight is?
Yes.
So you're trying to, fix these generators and escape from a lot of the horror.
One of the probably best horror games of all time. That's lasted years and years and years.
And they've had a lot of mock-ups, basically.
They've had a lot of collabs also. They had a collab with Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. This doesn't surprise me that they're doing this.
Walking Dead. I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah.
To be honest,
yeah. They've got Ghostface Killer from Scream. I mean, they have Freddy Krueger.
I understand now. Jason. Yeah.
So the way that it's worded on our list, as I talked about earlier, I thought it was one of your like little segues of it's two games where Walking Dead meets Dead by Daylight, like it's a new game.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
That's what I didn't realize that's kind of what the whole title of it was.
I'm
sorry, guys. Reading is not my strong suit.
That's all right. Yeah. CC's either. So
I'm not even going to argue with that.
I'm not
going to take offense to it either.
They put Rick Grimes and Michonne into the game as survivors, so you can get those skins. but there are 3 unique character perks for each person. Okay. But they also have Daryl Dixon in there. I spelled his name wrong. It says Diskin, but he arrives as a legendary outfit in the The Walking Dead collection. Mm-hmm. So you can get pretty much all 3 if you want. And then when you're playing the game, if one of those characters are a survivor in that map, then the map has some iconic kind of things from the show, like the doors, the hospital doors that like pretty much read. It's supposed to say "Don't open dead inside," but it says like "Don't dead open inside."
Yeah.
So those doors will appear in like some of the spots within the game and stuff whenever they're on, and so I think it's pretty cool that they're.
So are the characters and everything in this game? I've never played Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a horror fan. I don't like jump scares. It's just
you wouldn't like this game that is jump scares.
I'm not a fan of it. I blame my mother. But is it something where you have to buy the skins in order to do these types of things?
There's certain skins you have to purchase. You don't have to. You don't. Not everything is
have to.
Is it a game-breaking thing? Like, is it like considered a pay-to-win with like the unique?
Okay.
Perks?
All right. I'll give you this. If you don't, it could be considered pay-to-win in my opinion. So basically, there's 4 or 5 survivors. And there's one person that is the killer. Okay, or there's some killers that are better than others and easier to use than others, and those you could pay for.
Okay.
So you would be at a disadvantage if you didn't own any killers, and you're playing against people that owned like a bunch of good killers, right?
Okay. So the reason I'm asking on that whole thing is that skins lately, and I know that we've kind of talked about it, but just the skins in video games lately, it's stupid how much skins are. Yes. So I am I have always been a gigantic Street Fighter fan. Like directly above me is my old joystick that I used to use in Street Fighter tournaments. Later this year, where that filing cabinet is going to be a stand-up cabinet for Street Fighter. Right. It's on its way. It's pre-ordered, whatever. So Overwatch did a collab with Street Fighter, but in order to get the 8 skins, you had to pay $100 to get the certain amount of coins to buy 8 skins.
Crazy.
We've talked about this with Call of Duty as well. Mm-hmm. They just had a Beavis and Butthead collab. Okay, $30 for the skins, and their hair is not you could shoot right through their hair and it doesn't kill them.
Okay.
So yeah, I even tested it out in the pregame lobby because Reap was telling me about it. And I got my sniper out and I shot through the guy's hair like 3 times. Didn't hit him.
Wait. How are you testing new stuff if you don't play COD anymore? Punishment.
I told you I got on and played the other night with Reap for a little bit.
But yeah, it's just so dumb. Like I really wanted to support it. Like they have these amazing collabs.
Yeah.
But they just don't give you enough in-game currency without having to buy it, and it sucks, you know. Like you used to, the loot box thing. I get it. It was outlawed in a lot of like European nations because you're able to buy the loot boxes. That's fine. Like certain games just are not on other places. Yeah. Like China has their very own EVE Online server that the rest of the world can't touch, and that's because they have different rules and everything. You don't see CCP changing everything about the game in order to, appease China. They did a small section for China, and that's it.
I'm completely against the skins in games now. They've gotten, it used to be like $7 for a skin.
So
and then it's $10. Now it's $30.
$4.99 for a skin for a cosmetic. I didn't mind, and I wanted to do that and everything else. I've talked about it, and I have bitched about it to no end. I would still support most of what COD does with their skins if you could still freaking use them.
You think?
Yes. See, after the Switch, when you couldn't use the old skins, that's when I stopped buying.
Yeah. So you're gonna buy that $30 Beavis and Butthead skin.
Yeah.
And then way. 9 months from now, when it goes back to Black Ops 7 because they're skipping a Modern Warfare because of whatever their issues are, you're not gonna be able to use any of those skins again. So like that Jay and Silent Bob skin, they did you a favor.
They did by making it because if it was $20, I would have owned it.
Yep, and Missa would have put another little Paddington thing right there next to that skin.
You think that cost is insane? You should see the stapler from the whole Switch 2 instance. You know about the GameStop
they put it on eBay, right?
Yeah, you know the GameStop that stapled the receipt to the Switch 2 and like it went right through the receipt box and screen?
In the screen, yeah.
So GameStop is actually auctioning that stapler off. And it's going to come with they did the swap all instantly with the Switch 2 and stuff, so they're auctioning off the stapler. The stapler comes with the Switch 2, the receipt, the box, and then like a certificate of authentication. When I checked the auction on Wednesday, it was sitting at $18,000. It is now currently at $249,900.
I wonder. Like, there's no way that's real, right? Nobody's
that.
Really
No,
paying.
it's real. It's real, but it is going to a charity. It's going to a charity.
Okay, it's going to a charity. Okay,
it's going to a charity.
Auctions do they, like auctions that blow up like on TikTok and stuff, and then
this one has 213,244 views within the last 24 hours. 320 bids. I'm pretty sure once it went over 1,000 people were kind of done with it, but
crazy.
The proceeds are going to go to Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and the auction is going to end on the 16th. So when this comes out, Wednesday, it'll be done. Okay. So if you want to take a chance and spend more than $250,000,
just know that Cheetos had their Charizard shaped Cheeto that was randomly pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
It apparently sold or resold March of this year at $87,840.
Yeah, people are buying stupid shit.
Have you seen that?
Oh, those Bitcoin babies, dude.
No, but have you seen that Cheeto, CC?
Yeah.
Okay. Or the Virgin Mary burnt in toast.
Yeah,
I've seen
that. You can now buy a toaster that will actually just do it
put for you.
That thing in there.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine the money I could have made off that stuff? And
I know,
almost bought a Darth Vader toaster one time.
Give me that toaster. Get me a time machine. I'm making millies.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Did CC just say another Paddington moment? What were you about to buy?
I almost bought a Darth Vader toaster one time. So our toaster was bad, and we had to get one. And I was like looking, I'm like, dude, I could just buy that.
I almost got that Xbox toaster.
I tried to find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. Otherwise, I would have that because we need a new toaster.
I never thought I would hear a grown man say the words. So I was looking at a Darth Vader toaster, and I realized I needed a toaster.
Well,
no, we are
like
our toaster is just old and shitty. We need a new one. I've thought about buying several, like the Xbox one. Actually, I think I would have bought it, but it only does one piece of toast at a time, and I need one that does two.
Oh,
but yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Since we were talking about a lot of the videos and stuff on TikTok, TikTok is actually going to be coming out with a new app that's launching September 5th. Right now, the project is called M2. It's not what the name of it is actually going to be. That's just the project name thus far, because the first TikTok was Project M because of Musical.ly. Yep. But so it's going to be a new American version of TikTok. It's going to operate separate from the algorithm and data system that the current TikTok is using. We thought they would actually be using the same, but apparently it's going to be different.
We're going to have to make a new account?
No, it's supposed to transition easily, but it might not. We don't know until it happens. It's going to drop the 5th, and the other app's going to disappear, and Americans will be kicked off the original app. So everyone's going to have to join the new version. And I mean, China, I guess, already has their own version. I can't remember what it's called, like Duntian or something. But this is going to change.
Isn't TikTok in China more of like a learning app, and over here it's just brain rot?
Well, you can get the like on the For You page, following, friends, all that good stuff at the top. There's one you can turn on. It's called STEM, and that goes through like a lot of the science and technology.
Yeah, but they don't even have that option, right?
Yeah,
right.
No, we have it.
No,
we have
no, we do. I'm talking about the China servers. They don't even.
I don't know. Right? I don't know what they have. If I'm being honest, yeah. But the Chinese app obviously is just pushing whatever the algorithm with everybody in the world and who does better.
Whatever CCP wants them to push, yeah.
Right. So the American app is going to push the algorithm for U.S. users. So if you're generating your content in the U.S., your stuff will be pushed more on the U.S. app. So that obviously states that more than likely people from around the world will be able to still go onto the app. But if you're not generating your stuff in the U.S., it's not going to be pushed as much as the U.S., which I think is good but bad. I mean, it's good for, the American content and stuff that's more current in our areas, but at the same time, like, you're not seeing what's happening around the world a lot more now. So if something's happening in Europe and the only thing we have is whatever news source we're trying to use to see it, I'd rather hear it from people on the ground of what's actually happening, and they won't really push that. So will we see it? I don't know, but I believe ByteDance will still hold a share in the app. They just won't hold majority. Maybe I don't think they'll hold majority, but they're still supposed to hold a huge part of the app investment anyways. So
speaking of China and social media, have you heard about these homeless influencers?
No.
So they're not actually homeless, but they look like they are. So what they do, and I recently just saw a video on this whole thing, they will sit out at like after they get off their jobs or whatever it is, and they'll get themselves all nice and pretty, and then they will just line certain areas of like the street, and they look like beggars, but they have the ring light up and they have a camera up and they're sitting there singing, they're dancing, they're just out there. And it is watching some of these videos, there's like hundreds of them just lining bridges wherever it's like a really pretty scene behind them. And people asking like, why aren't they doing it at home? Why are they doing it so late? Well, they're doing it after they get off work, and they're doing it at peak times that people are going to be watching. Because let's be honest, I mean, CC might while he's driving, even though he shouldn't be, but he's sitting there scrolling while he's at work, you know? But a lot of other cultures, I work
very hard.
Yes, you do. But other cultures, like the Chinese culture, take their work very seriously, and they don't do those types of things. So these women are getting on after hours, after work, and they'll be on doing these like homeless stream type things until like 3-4 in the morning.
Well, they're like pretending to be homeless to get donations?
No, they're not pretending to be homeless at all whatsoever. They're dolled up. They are just doing their performances on the streets, but they look like a bunch of homeless beggars because someone was comparing it to like San Francisco, where you walk down like Skid Row and you see all these homeless people up against the wall, like sitting there just waiting. Well, just imagine that they're all these, Chinese women that are trying to become the next big thing.
Oh, right on.
And by
like
the
LC
way,
signs?
A crazy stat came out that 1% of China, their occupation is professional streamer. That's nuts.
Okay. That's something I've noticed on Facebook recently is like everybody says that they're a content creator on Facebook now. Like that's their job. Which is crazy. Like every person almost.
Well, I mean, you can put that. I mean, anybody who streams can put that. It doesn't mean that
but it's just
their primary job or B, they're anywhere big.
But like they're marking that as like their primary job. I'm like, what is
some people do that? I mean,
well, the thing is, if they have enough followers and they have enough viewership, they can do that. I mean, if that is the only thing they do,
I'm not saying I don't have
I can
a problem.
do that right now.
I don't say I'm having a problem with it. It's just weird, like to get from that because it's on everybody's thing now. It's just weird.
It was very taboo at one point to do that kind of thing, but I mean, times change, TikTok.
Unless you kind of rewind, right? Because, well, I mean, so the arcade Chuck E. Cheese has obviously not changed. It's been fun for kids, but
that was fucking terrible. I gotta stop.
That was CC level.
But
really they're coming out with an adult version called Chuck's Arcade.
Dave & Buster's? Oh, okay.
So Dave &
Buster's is good, but yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think they're trying to stay more. What they're doing is more of a throwback, though. So the way that arcades and stuff were set up in the day back for us is how they're designing this arcade. So they're bringing back the retro games. They're bringing back those designed chairs and benches and stuff that were in like old Taco Bell type stuff.
This is going to fail so hard, man.
Probably.
I feel bad for them.
They've started in 8 states / malls. Apparently, they have one here in St. Pete. And I never saw it when I was in St. Pete. So, unless it's like it's in malls and stuff, so it's supposed to be.
How far are you away from that now?
Like an hour and a half, probably, maybe hour and a half. Depends on traffic, of course.
Oklahoma City, El Paso, Texas,
Trumbull, Connecticut, Victor, New York, Buford, which is a name my dad wanted to name me, by the way, Georgia.
Missouri.
Okay, I have.
Your dad wanted to name you what?
Buford.
I have a thing I want you to try.
Great.
All right. So, Cece, you're all about iPhones, right? Like you love your iPhone. All right.
Do.
You bringing up Dave & Buster's right now just reminded me of a video I saw. I want you to use your voice to text and and tell Kai, hey, let's meet up at Dave & Buster's. Do it right now.
Yeah, so I saw that. So what am I supposed to say?
I tested it with Racy.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to say?
Yeah.
Just try and send me a voice memo that says, "Hey Kai, let's go to Dave and Buster's."
Yep.
Okay. So go to like your text.
Yeah, but do the voice memo.
Yeah. It's not letting me do a voice memo. What the fudge?
Oh, who knows?
Oh,
Maybe
a problem with an
Let's
Apple
go to
device.
Dave and
What?
Buster's.
This never happens.
Yeah, that's not a real thing. It'll say it's sent on your side, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah.
that didn't work.
Which is the weirdest thing.
How do I
It'll
send a voice thing.
Oh my God. All right.
never mind. Okay, so
never
this guy
mind.
doesn't know how to use a voice message thing.
So he has.
It's
he
the
has,
plus.
like-
You push the plus sign and go to audio, and then use that.
Okay.
Make an audio recording.
Oh, got it.
Guys
Here.
who don't know how to use.
Let's go to Dave and Buster's.
Okay, well, I'll never receive it now, so
Now you
It
got
doesn't go through.
So on your side, punishment, it'll say sent,
Yeah.
but Kai
Okay.
will never receive that
Mm-mm.
text.
I've got the 3 dots showing that you're typing something, but once your side
okay.
is sent,
It's sent. It's sent. Why is
It's
Why
the
is that?
ampersand.
the what?
The ampersand, the and symbol.
mm-hmm.
Apparently, Apple has some huge issue with the ampersand, and if you try to use it in a voice text, it won't send the. Well, it'll say sent. Kai will never receive it.
Never received it. Yeah, mine still shows you doing the 3 little dots type of thing.
Right on. It's
But
sent. So
it doesn't.
So anyway, yeah, I
Yeah.
just wanted you to see that
All
once
right.
again you support the inferior company. It's all right.
I left my work phone upstairs, but I hate it. It's an Android. It's absolute garbage. I hate it.
Me too. I'm so happy this new one is my new company. I used to have one, but now the new company has an iPhone, so I'm like, yes.
I left my
it's all
phone
right,
at work
guys.
today.
I'll
And
let you know the features you're going to get in like 3
I
years
had to
from
go
now,
back
all right?
and get it, and I was like, God, do I really need it? Like, yeah, I probably do.
Probably.
Is that it? Oh, Marvel Rivals missions change. Is Marvel Rivals still a thing?
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I think a lot of people are still playing it. I guess.
I
mean,
know like 3 people that like play it daily,
Yeah,
religiously.
Yeah,
Not saying other people don't play it here and there, of course, but
yeah.
3 people that haven't stopped, and they've got like with the new season, especially with the new season with Jean Grey / the Phoenix coming out and Blade, which I
Yep,
guess
yep.
the Phoenix is more of like a pairing with her. It's like her kind of like her alt or something like that, where she kind of comes out and helps her, but isn't like the main source of it. It's Jean Grey with, I don't know. Haven't played it, but also Blade's going to be coming out, so I know a lot of people were waiting for Blade. That was a huge thing for them to come out, but they're going to
Daily
be changing.
missions are being completely removed, and weekly missions will now roll over.
Yeah.
Do you even know what that means?
Yeah.
Okay, or are you just reading off the list?
Well, I mean,
both.
So every game, like all those games, the online only games are like they have daily missions and weekly. So
Mhm. I do mine with
sense.
Fragpunk, but yeah, the weekly ones is great. It's rolling over, but they're not going to give you pretty much as much coin, and they're going to make it less hero specific and more universal objective, because it used to be like you would have to play Wolverine and get X amount of claws or whatever damage with him or whoever, this much blockage. Now it's going to be more universal instead of just heal with this specific person or something. You know?
And the problem is it really sucks, because if you were really bad at a character, you just threw your next like 7 matches in order to get whatever that was. Like if you had to get, so many ultimate executions with a character you've never used,
Oh,
it was horrible.
Yeah, or when
I
you're
did
bad
want to
with-
bring up Little Nightmares because it's on the list, and that is such an amazing game. I've never played it. I've watched it.
Mhm.
Little Nightmares.
Which is funny because
Yes.
it's a scare game. So
It is, but it isn't. Like the first one was more jump scares. The second one, so I don't mind scary. I don't
There's
mind
3 of them.
the building of anticipation. I don't mind psychological thrillers. I don't like jump scares. I think they're
This
cheap.
looks really cool.
It's a
well,
great game.
it is. It
I
is
feel
a
like
pretty sweet game.
I feel like I watched Spooky play this. Is that a thing?
Probably.
Yes.
It's a solo game though. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So there's that. It's apparently iOS and Android. They're doing a mobile version of it. $8 in the Apple Store. Awesome game.
Oh wow.
Speaking of other games that are coming out, shit, what were we talking about right before the podcast started? This just reminded me of it, and then it left me.
The Chinese homeless people.
Oh my god, no!
We were talking about Pirate Software.
God, no. There
what
was
I
one
can
other
remember.
one that I wanted to bring up for this whole thing, and now it's gone.
okay.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Lastly, I did want to talk about some Tarkov.
okay.
Tarkov is. Oh, I remembered. Before I get into Tarkov, I need to do this. I know I'm all over the place. Stardew Valley
Oh, that's
is
right.
now officially the number one rated game, the highest rated game on Steam, it finally overtook Portal 2 just a couple days ago by 0.02. So because this has been made a big announcement and everything, people are a little worried that it is either going to review bomb just to be, I was there type thing to do it, or it's going to go the other way. They don't know. But Concerned Ape, dude, you are doing amazing things out there. You've, I think his name was Eric Byron? Baron? Sure. The guy's been making
that there's
game.
Just a person that you like in the world.
This man has been putting out a game with free DLCs for years. And I love him. If we could ever get him on this thing, oh my God, I would fanboy. All right. Dude's amazing.
There's one person we can have on because we won't say anything bad about him.
Yes.
I
don't think there is a person alive that will say something bad about this man. You know those posts that you say, here's a stick, now argue, and people will, that's not a stick, it's a post. That's not a post, it's a boulder. Whatever.
Yeah.
Lastly, Tarkov did just have its next wipe. It is a hardcore wipe. Fans are not happy about it. They are pissed about it.
I've played 2 raids of PvP, and I've died to a cheater both times.
It is... So basically what it is that you get reduced experience for kills, you have more experience for survival, which is cool. You have no tasks when the game first starts up until you're like level 10, and then you start getting dailies. So literally you're going in, picking up stuff, and sitting in corners, because that is how people play Tarkov. You sit in a corner, you W key everywhere, or you hack. Those are the only 3 types of players. I'll fight you.
Extraction camp. Yeah.
They made it even worse by only having 2 maps currently open, or 3 actually, because Ground Zero is a beginner map. You have to transit in order to get from one map to another. So if you want to get to something like Lighthouse, you have to go from like Customs to Shoreline to Lighthouse. Like you have to transit multiple times to get to the map that you want to get to, which means that the queue times are super long because they're waiting to fill lobbies with everyone that's doing those types of things.
CC's going to play less Tarkov, or
much less. Like CC
no.
can't even carried in this one.
I play PvE. Okay, so I'm fine. I'm good.
Speaking of playing way too much Tarkov, I actually did a 24-hour stream last night of Tarkov. Yeah, right. I got the okay from Missa. I went up there and I'm like, hey, I've got a friend. He's doing a 24-hour stream. I kind of want to support him on this whole thing. Would you be cool with it if I also did it? And she's like, yeah, what do you want me to order from Sheets? She brought me down food, a drink. Like, she set me up. She went to bed. It was amazing. I don't deserve this woman. I've been saying it for years.
Wait. We know.
No, I know. Everyone. Here's my idea of a relationship is if at any time you feel that you do deserve your significant other, you don't anymore. And you are the shitty person in that relationship. I already know I'm the
shitty person.
You are. There is so much more to talk about with Tarkov. If you guys want to hear more about it, let us know. I will be doing a Kappa speed run. I want to get Kappa in 2 weeks. So I'm already level 30.
I'm still going to play my PvE, and I'm not going to wipe. Because fuck that.
Put it this way: in a single like two play sessions, I am at the same level that CC has been at for the past 4 months.
You're not. No, you're not. You're not at level 36 yet. You're getting there, but you're not there yet.
Fine. I'll hit that today.
But I haven't. I also haven't been playing. I have a job, man. Like I got a job. We
don't want to hear about your woes and whatever. Hey, Kai, take it away so we don't have to listen to this anymore.
Well, thanks everyone for listening. Don't forget to let us know in the comments whether you agreed or disagreed with anything. If there's anything you want to tell us about that we should discuss next week, you can follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Rumble. Rumble, we go live on Thursdays, 5:30 EST,
not
4:30
today.
Central. Minus today, that doesn't count because we had to skip until Friday.
We forgot, yeah.
Well, kind of. But also feel free to follow us on our socials. We got Patreon, Facebook, X, TikTok, and Instagram.